Hey, y'all. So, happy Day of the Dead. Happy Guinness Day. Okay, period. Honor, respect to the Getty. So, I watched Spell last night, okay? I watched Spell. Let me move this thing out of the way so y'all can see me better. Okay. So, I watched Spell last night, and I'm going to give my take and my breakdown on Spell, okay? Spell was basically a movie about, and this is a spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen Spell, y'all, don't watch this, okay? Because I've seen it, and I'm going to break down some of the things that I've watched in it. So Spell is a movie based on a story about a black man who comes from voodoo roots. His father was a what is it, Ogun? His father was an Ogun. I can't pronounce it right sometimes because it's really, you really have to speak you really have to speak Creole in order to pronounce it right. So his father was an Ogun. He was like a male high priest pretty much. And he comes from those roots and that background. His father taught him a lot. In this movie, you will see several flashbacks where his father is telling him, I taught you this, you come from this, you're going to do this, you're going to learn this so that you can protect yourself. And he didn't never want to learn it because he always was taught that voodoo was evil. So, he, who is Omari Hardiwick, stars in this movie, he basically goes to his hometown because he got a phone call saying that his father had passed, and he goes to his hometown. Well, before he gets to his actual hometown, he stops at a gas station right over the hill from where his family is from. And he goes to the gas station, and this gas station owner has all of these jars of different things that I guess he does work with, all of these different things. And he like, oh hell no, he about to leave out. So when he goes up to the cashier to pay for his things and to pay for the gas for the plane, the cashier basically is like, oh, this is a mojo bag. He calls it a mojo bag. It is really a grease bag. They called it a mojo bag in the movie, but it's really a grease bag, grease bag. And with the grease bag, this is basically to bring luck, to have protection, to keep out things that are, you know what I'm saying, not supposed to come towards you, hinder you in any kind of way, okay? Grease bags are to bring luck and prosperity. There is a thing where if you go to the casino, you can make you a grease bag and take it with you, and you'll have big winnings. So it's not really a mojo bag, it's a grease bag. Now they say mojo in the movie, and I've heard other people call it mojo. Some people do prefer that. If they do, that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. If you want to call it a mojo bag, but I call it a grease bag. Okay. He tells him that he needs this in order to go over to their island, because there are people over there that will try to get his soul, pretty much. And he dismisses it. Oh, Omari basically was this really successful man. He had left that total side of his life away. And I want you to pay attention to the dynamics of the movie, because whoever wrote this, they wanted you to see the positivity in using your knowledge and your heritage to protect yourself, okay? Whoever wrote this is a clear sign that they're letting you know that you don't have to be oppressed, because you come equipped to not be oppressed by anybody, okay? So he like, oh no, I don't need that. You know, I have money, whatever I need. Because in our mind, we've been programmed to think because we have money. We've been programmed to think because we have status that we're good. Okay? And this movie is showing him that no matter what your money or status is, you can be a victim of this. So he says no. He goes on over to where his family is from. Now, some kind of way he gets caught in a storm. The plane crashes. He passes out. He wakes up in a bed. Okay? His foot is broken. So he thinks. We'll get to what's really wrong with his foot. He thinks his foot is broken. He gets up. He's hollering. The woman comes in. She's like, oh, we found you on the side of the plane. You need to lay here. I'm nursing you back to health. Blah, blah, you know, just those different things. So there are several things that are happening here. This woman comes in as a caretaker. She's talking to him about voodoo and roots. He asks about his family. She tells him he didn't have any family with him. She tells him that nobody was with him. So this movie kind of leads you to think that, is he crazy? Did he think that he had this life, but he really didn't? And him ending up in this woman's bed was just something different. So you go on to watch the movie, and he gets out of his bed because he wants to figure out where he is. Well, prior to him getting out of this bed, she makes a voodoo doll, okay? She puts salt around the rim of the window, which I have told you guys the significance of putting salt around your house. It keeps out unwanted people, unwanted parties, unwanted spirits, okay? I've talked to you guys about this before on live. So she literally puts salt around the window. Then she puts the voodoo doll at the window and says, oh, this voodoo doll will see all things that go on even when I'm not here. So when she does that, that sparks his interest. He wants to know what she's about. Who is this woman? Why is she doing this? He climbs out of the window with his broke foot, climbs over a couple of buildings. There's a hole in the roof. She's having a revival service where she is healing people through voodoo. So do you see how the person is showing the positive side? She gave somebody their vision back. She gave somebody their ability to talk back. All of that by using voodoo dolls, okay? And I forgot what she was calling them in the movie because, y'all, I was kind of like half asleep. But the movie was really good. It was not scary. I want to tell y'all that. It wasn't scary. I guess it wasn't scary for me because I am a high priestess and I know that what it is, you know. So maybe that's why I was so comfortable to watch it. But past that, so he sees her healing people with the dolls. So when he discovers what she's doing, he's just trying to get out of the house. So they go to a scene where she's feeding him human remains, but passing it as chicken, okay? She tells him, this is your heritage, throw bones. He then plays with the bones and realizes it's a human hand. So what she was doing was preparing him for the orange moon because she was going to sacrifice him because his blood was so rich because it was his heritage. Now, everybody knows that you come from a heritage lineage or you are chosen, okay? Which makes you reclaiming, okay? It makes you chosen by the Loa, by the Orishas, by your heritage. You're chosen to walk this path. Everybody cannot walk the path of being a high priestess or a voodoo practitioner because they are not chosen or they do not have lineage. Now, there are a lot of people that fake as if they are chosen, as if it was passed on, but it's not true. And the reckoning of this year is correcting a lot of that. If you were not chosen, if you are not, if it's not in your blood, you are probably going through hell right now because you've been practicing. And if you ain't, you're going to. Okay? Because you're not supposed to. Me, in my case, I am reclaimé. I was chosen by the Loa. They chose to imprint themselves on me so that I'm reclaimé. I do have people in my family that were practitioners on my father's side, but evidently it was not passed down to me. I was chosen. And I think that I was chosen because there are people that were in my family that were probably chosen as well. So anyway, he had this lineage, this blood. His father was, again, a high priest in Voodoo. Okay? So they were going to sacrifice him to the blood moon because his blood. She wanted to sacrifice him to make herself live longer. In this movie, he found out that she had been living since 1860. So this was something that she had always been doing. So it was showing you the evil sides of what voodoo can do. It was showing you both sides. At the end, he ultimately mixed his own potions to get himself out of that situation. He built dolls of everybody there, and he got him and his family out of there because the night of his sacrifice, she brought the family out, and he realized that his family was like under a spell. She had put them under a spell. So it was all magical things. After this, he then took her doll and hid it and knocked her out, basically. And before he left, he took the salt and put it in front of the door so that she could not walk through, because she meant him no good. So she could not walk through the door where he was, and she ultimately burned. I will tell you guys my take on it, my honest take on it. This movie was a movie to show you the good and the bad of voodoo. Okay? This movie was to show you that you come from a heritage and a lineage that you can protect yourself and not be oppressed by anyone. However, do not take what you come from and use it for bad, because it will ultimately end up bad. It is showing you how even the top-notch root worker of the world was affected by karma, the way that she died. And she was played by Loretta Devine. So it basically showed you that this is how she died. You know what I'm saying? This is how she died, because she did a lot of underhanded shit practicing voodoo. It shows that if you do not move with integrity in this being a practitioner, you will suffer vast consequences. So I tell people all the time, I move with integrity. What I do not do is do work for evil. I do not hold people against their will. I do not make people do things against their will, because that is evil. Okay? So basically, this was a lesson in having integrity in your craft, but also never forgetting who you are. And this was a really good movie, and I'm so glad that Omari Hardiwick decided to do this. And I'm so glad that he decided to become more complex. And I hope that it resonated with a lot of people. It was a really, really good movie. And I give the movie 4 stars. I don't give it a complete 5 stars, because there were certain things in there that was misinformation that I do not agree with. And I'll go back and watch it again and make some bullet points to tell y'all what the misinformation was. But this is my initial review on the movie. I do give it 4 stars. It was a good movie, but this is what makes people scared of voodoo. The role that Loretta, Devine played, it makes people scared of voodoo. And I'm here to tell you that that is not what all priestesses do. I don't have dolls of people sitting around. Can I make a doll? Absolutely. Would I make a doll? Depending on the situation. But do I have dolls sitting around my house to control people? No. Okay? Do animals get sacrificed in voodoo? They did have a scene where animals were getting sacrificed. There is only a certain time of the year in Haiti that they sacrifice animals to give back to their ancestors in regards to voodoo. This is not something that is done all the time. This is not something that has to happen in order for spell work to work. Okay? They showed a lot of different things. They showed blood magic. Okay? She even spoke on body fluid magic, because you can do magic against a man with his semen. You know what I'm saying? But there are so many different complex ways. They talked about a lot, but they demonized it. And I want you guys to know that I want to be the reflection of why this does not need to be demonized. Being a voodoo priestess, being a person that practices, you have to operate with integrity or it will not be good for you. If you want blessings bestowed upon you, move with integrity. So that pretty much sums up my review of this movie. I thank you guys so much for watching. I will be dropping the sales today for the month of November. So get ready for those. I'll be doing that later on tonight. I'm actually at a place for the kids so that they can have fun for trick or treat or whatever, because they're not having it this year. So we're doing trunk or treat, and I'm sitting in the car waiting on the kids to get done with what they're doing. And I just wanted to give this review because I know y'all probably thought I forgot, but I didn't. So I will be dropping sales tonight. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are having a good and safe night out here on this Halloween. Don't forget, this is the Day of the Dead. So light your candles, purple, black, or white, with your ancestors, your people who have passed on before you's picture. Leave things on the table that are their favorites, that what they really like. Make sure you be safe. Make sure you put your candles in a safe space and celebrate the people that have gone on before you. Celebrate the dead, okay? All right, guys. Love and light. Till next time.